I had a conversation with some of my friends a couple of weeks back. It was a light, playful conversation that suddenly turned serious. Like, I have no idea when the switch happened. I just know 1 minute we're laughing, making fun of each other, and the next minute people are dropping gems. And I said, you know what? This conversation is definitely going into my YouTube channel. So basically, we're talking about like changing in a relationship, knowing when to change for or because of someone. Now, don't get me wrong, change is a beautiful thing. Like, I'm always so happy when I talk to my friends and I point out to them how different they are now compared to who they were before. And I'm actually proud to say none of my friends have changed for the worse. Like, I don't know if they are doing some evil secret things in their closet. That one is their business. Me, I don't know. I don't know anything. I'm not among. But I've seen so many beautiful changes and I'm so proud of each and every one of them. There are changes I myself have made in my life. Like, I sat down and I said, Debbie, you know what? This has to stop. You need to stop doing this. And it has never been an easy journey because most times you try, you fail, and you keep trying and trying till you get it right. Even currently, there are still habits that I'm trying to break. But, you know, I'm grateful to God that I even have enough sense to look at myself and know that, okay, there's something I need to fix and I'm actively trying my best to fix it. There are also changes I've made in my life because my partner or my friends, they pointed something out. But the thing is, we as humans, we have to be careful the people we listen to, the people we take advice from, and the people we change for. Like I already said, I have no problem with change, especially when you are changing to be better. But I have a problem with changing for the wrong reasons. Because I know for a fact that a change could be positive, but if it is not backed with the right intentions or the right reasons, it's not going to yield any positive results. The fact that I've come here to tell you I've changed because of my partner or because of something my friends have told me is enough proof to let you know I have no problem with you changing because somebody told you something about yourself. I don't think there's anything wrong with your partner or your friends challenging you to be better or letting you know when there are things you need to work on. But there's a difference between that and someone trying to control you. And most times, because of the way this advice is coming, they will tell you, oh, you know, I want you to be a better person for yourself. It could be very difficult for you to be able to tell. It could be very difficult for you to tell the difference between someone advising you because they love you or advising you because they want to control you or manipulate you. But don't worry, that's why you have your big sister here. And if you are wondering, it's me, I'm the big sister. Like, I don't understand. I'm here to advise you. I'm here to teach you so that you know how to make important decisions in your life. So you better listen to me. Because most times, the way they will present the case to you, you'll be wondering, is this advice coming from a place of love? Do they want me to be a better person for myself or do they want me to be better for them? And if somebody is advising you to be better for them and not for you to be, and not, I don't know, today the English is not just flowing, but let's keep going. Let's not let that stop us, okay? But one thing I know is true love is meeting people where they are. And I believe it's important for us to maintain our individuality, even in relationships. Like, you have to be your own person. Most times in relationships, you find people making lots of ridiculous compromise just to keep their partner. And the funny thing is that person you are changing for would not even appreciate or understand the kind of sacrifice you're making for them. And when you change to keep someone in your life, be ready, like be prepared to keep changing and changing until you lose yourself. And that person you're even trying to change, you would end up losing them because they'll wake up one day and it's like they cannot recognize you. This is not the woman I fell in love with. What happened to you? Forgetting that they were the ones who broke you and turned you into this completely different person. And it's crazy because you met me like this. This was how I used to dress when you met me. These were the places I went to. These were my friends where we met. There were even times you told me, oh, I love you because you are like this. So now that I've fallen in love with you, now that you know I depend on you for emotional stability, why are you now bringing up all these things, putting me under pressure? Why? I need you guys to really pay attention to the choice of words that I'm using. I'm not saying it is wrong for you to correct your partner or let them know when there are areas in their life they need to work on. But you cannot force them to change because of you. True love is you coming to me and be like, oh, I don't like that you do this, or I wish you could, work on this. I wish you could improve on this. But you will not now force me. You will not threaten me and say, oh, if you don't stop doing this thing, I'm going to leave this relationship. Me, as you see me like this, I like being threatened. If you threaten me so that I can do it 100 times, I can carry your bag and be going. If there's any reason why I should change, it should be because, okay, you've spoken to me about this thing, you've told me, I've listened to you, I believe you, I understand. I me too, I've thought about it and I was like, now wow, waiting this person talk now true. So that should be why I should change. Not that I'm changing because I want to keep you in my life, I want you to continue loving me. Like, It don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. So before you change for someone, there are some important questions I need you to ask yourself. One, why do I feel the need to change? I say it all the time. The most important question you should ask yourself is why? Is this coming from me, or am I reacting to someone else's expectations? It could be your parents, it could be your siblings, it could just be someone else other than you. Two, will this change make me lose parts of who I truly am? Now, I'm going to share a story with you guys. I don't like to talk about my man. Actually, I think I talk about my man a lot, but yes, I'm going to be sharing like a really short story with you guys about my partner. Now, if you know him in real life, you know one thing that stands out about him is his hair. Now, when we should I say at the beginning phase of our relationship, he went through different stages with his hair. Like there was even a time he dyed his hair blonde, and I was making fun of him and calling him Cisco. Now, for me, when it comes to guys and their hair, I used to like this really low cut where you just you line the front. And I think because my older brother, that was his signature hairstyle, and he had spotty waves. So I really used to like it when guys are on low cuts, or even if you make your hair, just do all back and then you trim the edges and you just make it look nice. That is what I like. But this man, 1 minute is on dread, the next minute he has done something crazy. And I used to be like, why? Like, why can you not just be normal? Like, just carry a normal hairstyle. And it wasn't just me, his family, his parents, they were always complaining about his hair. To make matters worse, one day this guy came home and he came with like short fat dreads, and I was like, oh my god, like even the other ones were manageable. Like, what is this? Do you want to kill me? But I noticed how defensive he would get when people talk about his hair. So because of that, I tried to not talk about it. I don't know if he knew I wasn't a fan of that particular hairstyle, but I know I just tried to not bring it up because I could just see how much it would get to him when people would want to make comments about his hair. And my man is an artist, you understand? So his hair is like art. It's a means or a way for him to express himself. And most times I think about it and I'm like, oh, what if all of us collectively we decided to like put pressure on this guy to change his hairstyle, or to, I don't know if I'm overthinking it, but if we had all pushed and fought and say, oh, you must change this hair, you must change this hair, he would have lost a part of himself that, you know, he really loves, or a part of himself that makes him happy, or whatever the hair does for him. I don't know. But I just know right now, I really, really love it. And I'm just so happy I did not push for him to like get those dreads out. Okay. When you come to think of it, it's like, okay, like this is his hair. Like how does his hair affect our relationship? Does it change the fact that this person loves me, this person cares about me? Like at the end of the day, it's not really a big deal. It's not something that I should push for or fight for. And you know, back then, even when he would tell me, oh, his hair was, you know, a part of who he was, or a part of his identity, a part of his creative process, or whatever it is, I didn't used to get it then, but now I get it, because we walk into rooms and it's like people don't even know his name, they don't remember his face, but once they see his hair, it's like, okay, they know this person was here. And now I'm like the number one fan of that dread stuff. Even when he came to see my parents and he packed his hair, I'm like, why are you packing your hair? And he said, his mom insisted he packed his hair. And I was just thinking of the fact that this same hair that I did not like before, I'm now taking you to my father and telling you to drop the hair. And you know, it was just so funny to me. So I'm just so happy that he was able to like withstand the pressure of all the people around him telling him, oh, I don't like your hair, take out your hair, make a new hairstyle, because that is something that is authentic to him. That is something that makes him him, or it's a part of his identity. And I'm just so happy he was strong enough to withstand all of the external pressure. I think this is even a conversation I should have with him, because I'm sure he knew I wasn't like a fan of the hairstyle, but I don't know how it made him feel knowing, you know, his baby girl was not fully in support of his hair. Maybe we should talk about that, or what do you guys think? I don't know. 3, this feedback, this person that is coming to tell me this thing, is this person telling me because he or she loves me, or is this person trying to control or manipulate me? Are they trying to help you grow, or they just want you to be more convenient for them? 4, will this change make me a healthier or a better version of myself, or is it all about being accepted? Is it about getting external validation from people? 5, do I even agree with this thing this person is telling me to change? Like, is it something that I've thought about and I feel like, oh, this person is actually right? Do I really believe what you're trying to say to me? 6, am I afraid of losing them if I don't change? Now, fear-based change rarely lasts, and most times it leads to resentment, because you're not doing this thing from your mind. You're just doing it because of this person, and before you know it, you start hating the person. And what's the point? what is the point? Have I taken time to reflect on this change alone without their influence? Like, you need to step away from the situation emotionally and think clearly before you make up your mind. Am I compromising my boundaries, my values, my self-worth? Because let me tell you, any change that costs you your self-respect is way too expensive. Like, it's too expensive, my dear. 9, would I want to make this change if this person was not in my life? That is something you should think about, because this helps you to see whether the desire is really yours, whether it's a decision you are making for yourself or just because of the other person. 10, have I spoken to someone I trust about this change? Because most times a wise neutral perspective, someone that is not directly involved in the situation, when they give you their own idea, it helps you see those red flags you cannot see, and it helps you validate your own feelings. Now let me tell you, change should never come at the cost of your identity, peace, or self-worth. If you are changing to be loved, to avoid being rejected, or because you are being manipulated or compelled, that's not growth, that's self-abandonment. Maybe we should talk about self-abandonment on this channel so you understand what I'm talking about. Real change is rooted in love, self-awareness, and the desire to become better for you, not for someone else, and not because you are afraid of losing them. So always remember, the right people won't force you to shrink in order to fit into their definition of love. So you guys, I think we've come to the end of today's video. I hope you learned a thing or 2 or 20 or 10. So before you make that big decision, before you make that big move because of someone or for someone, I hope you take time to ask yourself all of these questions. And this one is not even 8/10. If it is not a 10 out of 10, then it means you need to rethink the whole situation, okay? So you guys, thanks for watching this video to the end. I hope you had fun. If you're yet to subscribe to my channel, like, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in my next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.